Hello world, it's your boy Dame Time, Dame Dollar, the weirdo, whatever you want to call me. Got another subject I want to talk about. I be out here all type of different, it don't even matter what time it be, you know what I'm saying? You got to really tap into your abilities and your determination, you know what I'm saying? Because once you motivated to get things done and you got the determination behind it, then the time of day really don't matter. You know what I'm saying? You set alarms to execute things. You know what I'm saying? If you want to work out at this time of day, you're going to do it because your determination and motivation. All this other shit is just programs, you know what I'm saying, for you to look at the time when you need it. All this other shit is just be programs to look at the time for when you need it. Most people look at time like a god almost, like it just ruled their life, like they can't go outside of the time that they set. Like the time has to be the time of the time that they set, you know what I'm saying? If you live your life like that, then time just rules your whole life. If you can't take control of time and make time, utilize time the way that it can works for you, then that's what you need to work on. You feel me? Because time could be either money or it could be valuable. You can use the time to, you know what I'm saying, as an investment, or you can use the time to waste it, which is value, or just the time being controlled by the time. You feel me? When most people think of time, they think of schedules and limits, and they look at it as like a fucking deadline. That's how most people look at time. Most people don't look at time like a planner or something like it can work in their favor, like as far as like, right, how can I put this? Most people don't look at time as something, as a tool. When I say it's a tool, meaning they can work in your favor, you can bend it a little bit, you can do things in between regular time. Like, you know what I'm saying? Say if I like had 20 minutes to get across town, you know what I'm saying? I got 20 minutes to get across town. If I know the ins and outs of where I'm going and the shortcuts and the highway routes, you know what I'm saying, I can cut time in half. That's me knowing time, right? People who don't know time just depend on it because they like a slave to time. They can't wait to get out of work. They got deadlines. They add stress to their life because they putting timelines on their life. They putting deadlines. You know what I'm saying? They going off schedules and programs. They don't really have no time to be theyself. You know what I'm saying? You get that? They don't have time to be theyself because they always using time to utilize outside things instead of using time to utilize working on yourself from the inside out. You feel me? Once you work on yourself from the inside out, the world works in favor of what you got going on. But once you look at time like on the outside, then you following a program and you being a victim to your own fucking, how should I put this, way of your own victim of being lost to your ways. Time a motherfucker, bro. Time could either be your friend or time could be your worst enemy. You know what I'm saying? Because you could be looking at time like it helps you out, like you got all the time in the world to get something done. Or you could be looking at time like I'm sitting here doing nothing and I got all the time in the world. You feel me? Time's like also an illusion, bro. Like most people look at time like it's going down. like a clock that's winding down. You feel me? Like a 3-2-1 type clock. Instead of looking at like a future reference, like a future tool, like I got time, I can make time, I can bend time. Bro, whoever came up with the fucking clock, they wasn't a genius. They was just trying to, how should I put this? They wasn't a genius. They was just trying to keep track. It's like a metric system or it's like a system to keep track of things. Once people start like looking at time as applying it like to their life, that's where things got caught up at. You feel me? Because now they look at it like a dependency instead of a tool. Once you look at time like a dependency, then you become slave to the time. Once you look at it like a tool, you just glance at the clock every once in a while like, oh, I got time. Once you a slave to it, you be like, oh my God, it's almost time to do this. It's almost time to do that. Life is really just crazy because everything was already set up. Everything that's already here. Everything that's here was already here, right? Like before you got here. So, and it took a human to do that and to come up with that. I'm talking about every single thing that's around you. So, you can't afford to act brand new to what you already know because everything that has happened was created by thought, which is from a human, which means you got the same ability to tap into it, right? So anything and everything that was created in this world, you should be able to conquer, get over, figure out, puzzle, minimize, you know what I'm saying, dissect. You should be able to figure out even the hard things in life if you really take the time to figure it out. That's what I'm saying. Time could be your friend, it could be your enemy. Wear it out,